going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
You deserve a mortgage experience that doesn't leave you in the dark. One that puts progress at your fingertips. With the Bank Independent Mortgage app, you can upload documents in seconds, track your loan status from application to approval. Even your realtor can check in, so everyone stays informed. No more waiting, no more wondering, just a clear path home. Bank Independent, invested in you.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson Cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Cascade High School here for the District 9 AA Boys District Championship game. Michael Marks here with Adam Lindsay, and we have Summertown and Loretto once again for the third time this season. And in the district championship game, Adam, would you expect any different?
Of course not. But look, I do believe these are the two best teams in the district overall throughout the year. Both of them have their ups and downs, but these are two solid basketball teams. No matter what happens tonight, I think both of these teams have a chance of causing some trouble down the road for some other teams. So It should be a good one.
Summertown 3-point victors last night against Cascade. Loretto 4-point victors against Community. So really both of these teams had a tough fight yesterday. And in the regular season, two great matchups. At Summertown, Loretto took that one 65-54. The game back at Loretto, a buzzer beater, 54-51. The Loretto Mustangs victorious there. But as you always say, it's tough to beat a team 3 times.
It is. And Summertown, honestly, they probably had their worst shooting percentage night last night, which is a good and bad sign, I think. I was talking to a lot of people who say, hey, a lot of times teams, when they have a night like that, will follow it up maybe with something hot. If you're a Summertown fan, that's probably what you're hoping. Loretto, opposite of that, they kind of struggled that first half against Community. Tight game, but, man, they really put the clamps down defensively in the second half. And, I'm looking forward to this one. Loretto's got a great team. Summertown can do a lot of great things as well. So I anticipate another good one.
Yeah, and it's a contrast of styles. You look at the Mustangs, very good defensive team, holding teams under 50 points per game. Summertown offensively on the other end, scoring nearly 70 points a game. So a real contrast of styles. Starting lineup for the Eagles, it looks to be Andrew Mabry, Ryder Blackwood, Graham Howell, Leighton Sherman, and Sawyer Sherman. And the Mustangs, their same starting lineup from last night as well, with Cam Andrews, Colin Wilkerson, Mason Tidwell, Grant Fisher, and Jaden Aaron. Mustangs will be in their home white uniforms with black numbers and lettering. Summertown in their road black uniforms with blue numbers and lettering with white trim. It will be Howell and Tidwell to jump. Tidwell, the leading scorer for the Mustangs last night, went for 14 points in that win over Community. Now we are underway for the district championship. Tip controlled by Summertown. It's Sherman quickly in. Shot no good. And Loretto will take over after the first shot. That's Andrews with it across the timeline. Summertown comes out in a zone defensive look. Andrews in the corner to Fisher. Fisher looking to get it to Tidwell, and he was fronted well by Blackwood. Wilkerson, and he's going to travel. Something we saw a lot of in the girls' game, Adam.
Yeah, and, it's a district championship, too. I think you're going to see a little bit of nerves. You kind of maybe have seen it on that first layup by Sherman. But, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of nerves here for a few minutes, I would think.
Mabry gets it to Howell. Now Mabry up top, left side, Blackwood. Blackwood will bring it back up top, set things up. Sherman with it on the right side. That is Sawyer Sherman. Now Leighton Sherman on the left side, going to drive in on Aaron. Short shot, no good. Rebound, Andrews. Mustangs pushing it up the court. Andrews spins away from Blackwood. Gets it to Wilkerson on the right side. Now baseline, Aaron. Aaron, bounce pass, and taken away by Blackwood. Looking for a cutting Fisher, and taken away by the Eagles. Sherman steps into a three. No good. Rebound, back in, tipped around, and Tidwell comes out of there with it. Loses it momentarily, but is able to get it back in.
Summertown with a good look right there from three, just a little bit short. Both teams kind of stagnant right now.
Yes. Wilkerson in the corner, Andrews. Andrews in trouble, spins, and is able to get Tidwell in the paint. Tidwell goes up through contact, no good, gets his own rebound, going back up a second time, and that one's good. It's where he's so dangerous in the paint, because even if he misses, it feels like he's always right there for his own rebound.
Yeah, man, his size, he uses his body well in the paint. He's tough to deal with, especially that close under the basket.
Now Leighton Sherman with it. Up top, Blackwood. Blackwood back to Sherman. And Leighton drives left side, hop step, lay in, it is good. And Leighton Sherman gets the Eagles on the board first. Their first basket of the game, tied up at 2. Now Wilkerson quickly down the field. Gets it to Andrews. Andrews right side drives, trying to get it to Aaron, and taken away. And Blackwood comes out of there with it. Eagles on the break. Mabry gives it to Blackwood. Thought about the three, now we'll get it to Sherman. That's Leighton Sherman with it. Drives. Oh, nice feed. Howell inside. Good. Back-to-back buckets for the Eagles gives them their first lead. It's 4-2. Tidwell running ball handling on this possession for the Mustangs. Now Fisher leaves it for Andrews. Andrews trying to penetrate. Does. Spins around. Gets inside. Trying to leave it for Aaron and taken away again. This time Sawyer Sherman on the backside.
Was twice Andrews. He's just getting a little bit too deep. He's getting in a lot of congestion down there, and Summertown doing a good job getting the hand on some of his passes.
Yeah, Summertown looks like they have control of the paint early. Blackwood with it on the left side. Howell swings it around to Sherman, open for three, no good. And 0 for 2 from deep early are the Eagles. And here comes Tidwell racing down the court for the Mustangs. In traffic, kicks to Fisher. Now Fisher leaves it for Andrews. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Leighton Sherman. A little bit too much aggression there defensively on Andrews.
Andrews, I know he kind of came in the middle of the year, I believe, a transfer, and
yes,
he's really kind of got more aggressive. I've noticed offensively. You can see he's kind of trying to find his spot on this Loretto team, but he's a good young player.
Andrews probing, gets it to Tidwell. Tidwell, he'll step into a three. That one back iron, no good. Rebound, Aaron pulls it down. Offensive rebound for the Mustangs. Out to Fisher. Extra feed, Wilkerson. Gets inside, nice feed, back door. Aaron gets it to go. Aaron ties it back up, but quickly come the Eagles. Mabry. In the corner, Mabry wide open for three. No good. Back iron, rebound, Blackwood. Back out, Sherman open for three. That one's no good. Rebound, again comes down to the Eagles. That's Howell. Blackwood will try. That one's no good, and the Eagles are just unsuccessful from three early.
Right now, that Colt, and it may change any time, you know that.
Yes.
But, man, it looks like it's carrying over from last night when they had a rough shooting performance. But they're getting the looks, though, and that's if you're Summertown, that's what you want.
Andrews with it. It's the Wilkerson back up top. Andrews thought about the three. Now we'll pull it back down and start his dribble. In the corner, now down low, Tidwell. Working on Howell, and we have an offensive foul. Tidwell lowered that shoulder, and he's been one of the players this year that if he lowers his shoulder, 9 times out of 10, they've called a charge on him.
They have, and he's such a physical player, and it's kind of unfair to him. I think he has a lot of eyes on him from the officials when he gets the basketball. But you'll take that with him. As many points as he has in the paint, he's going to have those occasionally.
Mabry up top, trying to get it to Sherman. Can't now. Find Sawyer Sherman. Sherman trying to give it a go with Howell. Now out to Blackwood. Blackwood gets to Mabry. Mabry on the elbow, kicks to Howell. Howell, now Leighton Sherman with it. Sherman on the elbow, step back, mid-range jumper, pure. Leighton Sherman, his second bucket of the game. He's got 4. Puts Summertown back on top, 6-4. Tidwell working on Mabry. It's back out to Andrews, and the Mustangs will set up their offense. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tidwell in the paint. No good. Wilkerson with the offensive rebound, but we're going to get a foul. I think they're going to get it over the back on Wilkerson. We'll see what the whistle is.
I thought that would have been the call, but I'm not sure.
I'm thinking we're getting a foul on Howell.
It looked like they're going to call that on Howell. I can't believe the over the back wasn't called.
I guess Howell rebounded too hard a little bit there. I mean, we've seen some questionable calls as Wilkerson can't hit the first.
Springer coming into the game from Mabry. Springer's gotten a lot of more meaningful minutes as those years got kind of later. He's a freshman. Got a good young kid. He can shoot the basketball well, too.
Both teams a handful of freshmen that have contributed late. Second free throw is good by Wilkerson. His first point of the night. Cuts this one to 1. Now quickly up ahead, Sherman for 3. No good. Left that one a bit long, and that's probably the closest to the three-point line I've seen him take a 3.
that may be what caused the issue. He maybe thought it was too close to the rim.
May have been. Mustangs will take over, 2:15 to go in the quarter. Andrews, and there's Springer, like you mentioned, almost forcing the turnover. Now up ahead to Springer for the Mustangs, Kason Springer. Knox Springer, the Springer for Summertown. And now they're covering each other. Andrews with it up top, right side, Kason Springer. And he is going to be fouled there by Knox Springer. It's going to be the 3rd team foul in the first quarter for the Eagles.
Springer's very long, lanky kid. He does good getting in the middle of passing lanes and everything. Being a little aggressive right now, but that's not always a bad thing.
Especially in a district championship game.
Exactly.
Under 2 minutes. Now Wilkerson on the right side. Had a great game at Summertown. Oh, and Andrews penetrates and turns it over again. Leighton Sherman, his second steal. Quickly up ahead, Springer thought about the corner three, and they're going to say he traveled.
Yeah, he did. He came to that jump stop and took one extra step. I think he was looking to shoot that basketball, but the pass.
I think he realized he was too far in the corner.
Yeah, the pass kind of pulled him into that corner, and it's just tough predicament to be in. Probably should have just gathered it and got it back out.
6-5 Summertown still in front. Tidwell bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. Cooper Burleson in for Loretto, was the hero the last time these two teams played, and had 3 3-pointers in the first half for Loretto last night, and was a huge piece in keeping the Mustangs in it.
Yeah, he shot lights out in that first half. Him coming in was huge, and there's another one.
And Burleson just missed that one off to the right. Rebound Blackwood.
Well, we talked about both these teams, and we've got a 6-5 game with a minute left. That's usually how it goes, right?
Sherman, and taken away by Springer. Kason Springer with the steal. Under a minute, he'll slow things down and get it to Tidwell. Tidwell, pass to Burleson, an open look. That one no good. Rebound Blackwood.
Burleson may have rushed that one a little bit. He had a hand in his face.
Sherman to Blackwood, his three-pointer. That one a little bit long. Rebound. That's Sherman coming out of there with it. That's Sawyer Sherman. Short jumper, good. Gets a friendly roll.
Sherman was the big cog in Summertown's wheel last night. He ended up with 16, I think, leading them. He was big in their comeback.
Tidwell with it at 15 seconds. Burleson in the corner, gets it down low. Springer back out up front to Tidwell. Mabry guarding Tidwell, and Blackwood comes to assist on the double team. In the corner, Wilkerson at 4-3. Out to Burleson, the three. No good, off to the right, and that will do it. A very defensive first quarter, and the Eagles lead this one 8-5. We'll be back for the second quarter next on the X-Sports Network.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Carriers has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay now starting at $20 per hour, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website, southeastcarriers.com, or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
And we're back, second quarter, about to get underway here in the District 9 AA Championship game. Mustangs and Eagles, Summertown with the 3-point lead after one. Mustangs basketball as we start the second quarter. Summertown continues to show the 3-2 zone.
They've relied on that heavily the last few games,
and Wilkerson honestly. Poked away by Blackwood momentarily, and then Blackwood tripped up there and forces him into a foul. It's going to be his first.
Blackwood extremely active this first. He's got at least 3 steals already in this game. He's another long, lanky kid.
Still Mustang basketball. Andrews with it on the right side. Burleson back to Andrews. Andrews penetrates. Gets it back to Cooper Burleson. Burleson being guarded by Sherman. Left side, Andrews tries the three, short. That's going to go off Tidwell, out of bounds to Summertown.
Well, and, you know, it's a tough shot there. But then again, Andrews, you like him being aggressive. I thought there were some times he made attempt to some pass the balls where he may have should have went up for the shot. So that's not a bad thing if you're a Mustangs fan.
Mabry to Sherman, the three. That one's short. Rebound, Andrews has it momentarily. Sherman pokes it away. But we're going the other way as Sherman was out of bounds.
I thought Summertown was fortunate there. I thought they could have got a foul on Sherman.
Really could have been.
Getting run, bumping into Andrews. Fortunate for them that the call wasn't made.
Aaron back in for Springer. Wilkerson drives, kicks. Burleson. Step back, nothing there, and he gets it to Aaron. Aaron back up top, Burleson. To Andrews.
Tidwell spent a lot of time at the top. They've kind of moved him down into that post area now.
Trying to see if they can get him posted up, and they do here. Tidwell, turnaround short shot. No good, a bit long. Rebound on the backside by Leighton Sherman. Sherman kicks the house. Now Sawyer Sherman left side trying to drive baseline and gets shut down. Mabry on the elbow gets it to Leighton Sherman. Sherman in the paint, spins and gives it out to Mabry. Blackwood drives, stops, kicks in the corner. Sherman, step back, contested three, good. Leighton Sherman, 7 points in the first half.
That is a tough shot.
Very tough.
For anyone.
And now Sherman has the Mustangs outscored on his own. 7 of the Summertown 11 points. Burleson gets to Andrews. Back to Burleson. Right side Wilkerson. Gets a lane and an easy two. Colin Wilkerson slices right to the bucket. 11-7, 5:58 to go in the first half. Sherman step back, didn't try the three again. And we'll kick it out to Blackwood. Now Sawyer Sherman. Kick it back to Mabry. Mabry drives on Tidwell, spins, kicks. Sherman thinking about the three. Step back from the volleyball line. No good. Rebound Tidwell. Andrews racing up the court. Gets it to Burleson. Back to Andrews. In the corner, Wilkerson. Now Andrews will get it to Colin Wilkerson and set up the Mustangs offense. Wilkerson driving again. Floater. Good.
And if you're Loretto, that's what you want. He had a great game, as you mentioned, at Summertown. He is a tough matchup for Summertown with his size and speed combined. He's tough for a lot of people, but especially the Summertown team.
Sherman with it on the left side. Gets inside. Nice feed to Mabry and taken away by Tidwell. Oh, and Sherman's going to pick up his second foul. Maybe an unwise decision there to pursue Andrews after the rebound had come down to the Mustangs.
3 checking in for Summertown and 1 for Loretto. Holt, Dillard, and Springer for Summertown.
And for the Mustangs, it is Fisher in for Aaron. Under 5 minutes to go, a 2-point game. Summertown 11, Loretto 9. As the Mustangs look to tie or take the lead on this possession here. Wilkerson has it poked away. Great defensive play there by Sawyer Sherman. And here comes Cooper Burleson. He drives in, left it short and is fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the freshman.
I believe they're going to get Springer on the foul, I believe.
And that's going to be his second. So the Eagles with 6 fouls in the first half and 4 of them between 2 players. First free throw for Burleson is good. And Leighton Sherman quickly checks back in for Knox Springer. Again, Sherman checking back in with 2 fouls. Second free throw for Burleson. Back iron, no good. Rebound. Out to Summertown. Here comes Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood working on Wilkerson. Across the timeline, 4.5 to go. Now up top, that's Holt. Now Leighton Sherman, right side Holt. Holt gets it to Blackwood. Blackwood out top, Dillard, he'll try a 3. No good, left side, offensive rebound, Holt. Blackwood, he'll try another 3. That one's gonna be way off. Rebound comes down to the Mustangs. Sherman had it in the air out of bounds and gives it to Andrews. Here comes the Mustangs. Burleson gets it to Tidwell, going to work, out to Andrews. Andrews maybe had an open 3. Now to Wilkerson, he'll take the corner 3. That one's good. Colin Wilkerson with 8 points. Timeout Summertown. Mustangs take the lead, 13-11. 3:50 to go in the first half when we return on the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
And we're back here, second quarter of the District 9 AA District Championship game on the boys' side, Summertown and Loretto. And we just had a Lady Eagles, Lady Mustangs District Championship game. Mustangs looking to see if they can go 2-0. Summertown trying to split. And Sherman hits his second 3. He's back in the scoring lead in the game with 10. Put Summertown back in front too, 14-13. Tidwell trying to go to work. Gets inside, and Tidwell, his second bucket of the game. And we go back and forth. Sherman gets it down low to Dillard. Dillard working on fellow freshman there, Saber Franklin, in the game for the Mustangs. Blackwood, and he is going to be fouled there by Wilkerson.
Yeah, they're going to get Wilkerson on it. I think Wilkerson believes he got all ball. Yep. He may have. The official was kind of behind the playing block. But
if you reach in, though, like that, most officials are going to blow the whistle unless you get the ball out.
100%.
Only Wilkerson's first in the corner. Mabry, a cutting Sherman. Sherman through contact. Gets it to go. 12 first half points for Leighton Sherman. And he has been all the offense for Summertown tonight, 12 of the 16. Tidwell gets to Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Tidwell. Tidwell step back, gets it to Wilkerson. Back to Tidwell, left open for three. Good! Mason Tidwell, that three-pointer buried by Greenhill Monument. Tidwell up to 7. The Mustangs out in front by 2. Blackwood to Mabry. Now Leighton Sherman working on that far side, a deep 2. No good. Offensive rebound, Mabry. Mabry able to get it back out to Sherman. 2.5 to go in the first half. Now Sawyer Sherman gets around the pick, drives, left hand, right hand, layup is good on the scoop shot. Sawyer Sherman with 4. And we're tied back up at 18 apiece.
As we speak, the Sherman brothers have 16 and Summertown's 18. There's another 3 from
Wilkerson, his second three-pointer. That one, another three-pointer buried by Greenhill Monument. Wilkerson already to his point total from last night at 11. It's the Sherman and Wilkerson show. Sawyer Sherman inside, a lot of contact, and we are going to get a travel. Looked like both Wilkerson and Tidwell had their hands straight up, and the officials agree.
There's just so much congestion down there, too. I mean, there was 3 guys there waiting on him. I love the aggression, but sometimes you got to get that ball out of there.
I would say for everybody watching at home, watch the next time the ball goes in the paint. There will be at least 8 jerseys in there. And we have a whistle and a stoppage, and a coach's warning on Wes Long.
I don't think Coach was very happy about that travel call. I thought it should have been a foul, but that wasn't the case.
Maybe something that the Eagles can build a fire under. Now Tidwell going for his second straight 3. No good. Offensive rebound, no Springer. Springer with it in the corner, trying to get a timeout off, and he will. So Loretto timeout with the lead, 21-18, 1:28 to go. We'll be back in a minute on the X Sports Network.
Hi folks, Bill Osborne here with the Brass Lantern and Legends Restaurants to tell you all about our Sunday special. This is all day on Sundays. We have 3 pastas that we're featuring on Sundays. We have our spaghetti and meatballs pasta. We have our Cajun chicken fettuccine pasta. And we also have our Cajun shrimp fettuccine pasta. They're $11. It's a great deal. Just come on out and enjoy one of these fine pastas at the Brass Lantern and Legends Restaurants.
And we're back under 90 seconds to go in this first half. It'll be Loretto basketball following the offensive rebound by Kason Springer. Call the timeout. And now the Mustangs will try to set up their offense. It will be Wilkerson up top. Wilkerson and Tidwell, 18 of the Mustangs, 21. Looking for 3 more. No good. Springer again had the offensive rebound momentarily, but tipped away out of bounds. It will be Summertown basketball.
And right now on the boards, that's where Summertown's getting hurt. Loretto has consistently hurt them in most of the games this year on those offensive boards.
Mabry with it across the timeline. Gets it to Sherman. Sherman to Hal. Now Sawyer Sherman with it. Now Mabry. Mabry gets to Blackwood. Blackwood to Hal. Hal now Leighton Sherman. Sherman gets inside. Easy floater. Got it in the foul. Leighton Sherman, 14 points, looking for 1 more at the line. It's going to be the...
Well, I was going to say Sherman, he hesitated when he got into the lane, and Loretto just wasn't sure if they needed to commit or not, but he kept on going. That's a tough play.
Second foul on Colin Wilkerson for the Mustangs, so interesting thing to look at. Both teams leading scorers with 2 fouls in the first half. Sherman knocks down the free throw, and we're knotted back up at 21 each. Under 60 seconds, and we've had a stoppage momentarily at the scorers table. I think they got everything sorted out. Wilkerson, guarded by Dillard, and he is going to be fouled there by Dillard. his first team fourth.
Dillard's a tough kid, but that is a tough matchup for him on Springer with his athleticism and speed.
Andrews with it. Across the timeline. Now Andrews trying to drive on Blackwood. Spins, gets to Wilkerson. Wilkerson now Fisher on the right side. Gets it back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to go to work on Sherman. Gets it back to Fisher. Fisher to Andrews. Andrews penetrates. He goes up with the shot. No good. Rebound on the back end by the Eagles. There's Howell on the rebound. Blackwood with it up top. Summertown looks to be holding for the final shot to see if they can try to take a lead going into the halftime. 15 seconds. Mabry with it. Coach Long barking out orders. Now Mabry with it at 10. Looking, gets it to Sherman. Sawyer Sherman with 5 seconds. Sherman near midcourt. It's going to have to get something up. Step back three. That one's going to be short, and that will do it for the first half. Well, Adam, we played 16 minutes, and we are right where we started. 21 all.
We expected.
21 all. We'll be back in 10 minutes after halftime. You're watching the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee.
The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years.
And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
At Murray Regional Health, you'll find the expertise and technology available in larger cities, paired with the personalized and compassionate care you deserve. As the largest health system between Nashville and Huntsville, we have a medical staff of more than 200 physicians across an array of specialties, ranging from primary care to robotic surgery. They lead skilled teams of nurses and other clinical experts that diagnose and treat conditions with advanced technology. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Looking to buy or sell in Lawrence County, Tennessee? At Corbin & Company Realty, we know this place because we live here too. We are locally owned and deeply rooted. We treat you like a neighbor because you are one. Trust the team that does local best. Check out our listings like this lush 4.56 acre tract with a 3-year home, large shop building, and a year-round creek. This is just one of the many hidden gems we discover for you. Call Donna today at 931-629-5228. Corbin & Company Realty LLC, Summertown's only real estate firm.
Banking made simple and convenient. At Builtwell Bank, we're here for you. Whether you're making a milestone purchase or saving for retirement, our dedicated financial team will walk with you every step of the way because we care. From personal banking accounts to making sure your business and commercial needs are met, we'll make sure you have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and goals. Serving Lawrenceburg and Summertown. Come see us today. Member FDIC.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down, or their 24/7 availability. You can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
This is the X Sports Network.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements. Proven by time. Engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Hey folks, you'll never guess where I'm at today. That's right, I'm at my Quick Mart store. Starting off with a fresh cup of coffee, and guess what's next? The biscuit. That was quick and easy, and I'm ready to start my day. Head on over to your favorite Quick Mart store and start your day out right.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. a one-piece 11-gauge steel frame, and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Cascade High School here in Bell Buckle. Second half of the District 9 AA Boys District Championship game about to get underway. Michael Marks here with Adam Lindsay. We played one half. We're all even after one. For the Mustangs, 18 points from Colin Wilkerson and Mason Tidwell combined. And for Summertown, it's been all the Shermans with 19 of the 21 for the Eagles.
Yeah, and this game may come down to, I firmly believe there's a discussion in the Loretto's locker room about how to deal with Sherman. Mm-hmm. There's probably a discussion on how to limit Wilkerson in Summertown's locker room. It may come down to, hey, who else is going to step up, right, on either one of these teams. I got a feeling those two or three young men with the Sherman brothers are going to there's going to be a lot of emphasis on them. So kind of be big here to see if there's somebody else that's going to come out of the woodwork here to kind of push their team over the top.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the determining factor here is which team's third guy is going to be the one that makes the big play. Eagles will start with the basketball. Mabry with it up in the high post. Dribbling around, gets it to Leighton Sherman. Had the big first half and is going to travel there as he was trying to get his feet set on the elbow.
Yeah, he tried to stop, but just could not hold that pivot foot. And another turnover.
And it's one of those where it may have been assisted by another player bumping into him. So Tidwell running the point guard duties for now for the Mustangs. Being guarded by Mabry. Now Wilkerson with it, isolating on Sawyer Sherman. And taken away by Andrew Mabry. Mabry with the steal. Right hand layup up and good. Andrew Mabry with the steal in the bucket, with Summertown back up in front to start the second half. Mabry again coming to trap Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets out of that hop step floater. Oh, what a move by Wilkerson.
Beautiful.
13 points for the Mustangs senior. Quickly come the Eagles. Howell trying to get it to Sawyer Sherman, now finds Mabry. Mabry finds a lane, drives right side, back-to-back buckets for Andrew Mabry.
Mabry may be that man.
He might be. 4 points in the second half. Eagles with the 2-point lead. Andrews trying to work on Blackwood. Gets inside. Andrews in trouble. Gets it out to Tidwell, and we've got a lane violation. Andrews got hung in the paint and couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he kind of got stuck, and Summertown did a good job denying the basketball back out.
Another Mustangs turnover. And that's something that I think Summertown's done an excellent job tonight, is forcing Andrews into turnovers. It's something he hasn't done really all season.
Yeah, and, he's got to be a little bit more decisive about what he does when he gets in there and just stick with it. He'll get there.
Blackwood with it. He's in trouble, gets it to Sherman. And Sherman driving right side, stops, kicks. Mabry, top of the key, three. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Tidwell.
And Loretto, constantly throughout the year, they're going to give Mabry that shot.
Yes.
He's a great player, but of course he probably doesn't have the perimeter shooting skills a lot of the other kids that Summertown has.
In the corner, Wilkerson drives, kicks to Andrews. Andrews gets it to Tidwell. Tidwell trying to go to work, gets it back to Andrews. Now in the corner, Wilkerson. Wilkerson sees the double team, gets it to Andrews. Andrews on the other side to Aaron. Jaden Aaron gets it to Tidwell, top of the key. Tidwell drives, stops, floater, no good. Rebound tipped around. Tidwell gets it again. Second shot, no good. Rebound, that one comes down to Howell.
A lot of bodies flying around. Yeah,
bodies flying everywhere. Here comes Leighton Sherman. Sherman down to a knee and taken away by Andrews. And that's going to be an intentional, as that was Sawyer Sherman there, just grabbing around the waist of Andrews on the breakaway. So that's going to be
Well, you already had the turnover,
yes,
which is unfortunate. I understand the reasoning for wanting to do it, but also
didn't want to give up the 2 free points.
But sometimes you just got to say it is what it is. We have to turn over, give it up. You definitely don't want it to be as intentional and pick up another foul. So that's a good break for Loretto right there.
So Andrews to the line. Hits the first. Andrews' first points of the night. Second free throw. Good. And we're all tied back up at 25 apiece. It'll be Mustangs basketball. Inbounding here on the near side. Under 5.5 to go in the third. Wilkerson with it. Kicks to Tidwell. Tidwell. Bounce pass taken away by Sherman. Sawyer Sherman to Howell. Now Mabry with it. Mabry gets it to Blackwood. Blackwood to Howell. Howell gets to Leighton Sherman. Sherman drives left side. Layup. No good. Rebound. And they're going to say that one hit the side of the backboard. Actually may have hit the support bars on the side.
Yeah, I think it actually hit the support.
But I guess they ruled that the same as a shot off the top of the backboard, just out of bounds to the Mustangs. Wilkerson gets a lane, drives, kicks. Fisher out of Tidwell. Summertown extra pursuit defensively. Andrews trying to slow things down, gets it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson, tough pass, and it's going to be just unable to get that one is Sherman. Wilkerson tried to pass through. Probably could have been 4 or 5 arms in that lane.
Summertown's caused a few turnovers this quarter. Unfortunately, Loretto's caused about as many more. So it kind of equals out right now.
Tidwell in the paint. Goes up. Too easy.
Yeah, way too easy for that young man. He just did what he wanted that time.
9 points for Tidwell. Mustangs up 2. Mabry gets inside. Going up for his third shot of the half. No good, but 2 free throws coming up for Andrew Mabry. The senior defensive specialist is showing some offensive prowess here in the second half.
And he's kind of had a rough last few years. His scoring hasn't been up as much as it has earlier in the year, but he is well capable. He's really good at attacking the rim. One of the tougher kids Summertown has.
And every team, I think, needs a player like him.
You've got to have him. He's done so much for them. Offensively some, but definitely defensively.
Splits the pair. He has 5 points. Mustangs hold on to a 1-point lead, 27-26. Here comes Loretto. Wilkerson inside, another floater, and another 2 points for Colin Wilkerson, up to 15. Mustang lead is 3. Blackwood quickly down court. Gets to Mabry. Mabry to Howell for 3. No good. Rebound. Tidwell lost it, but Springer there to bring it in for the Mustangs. Cason Springer looking for help. Gets it to Andrews, and Andrews will quickly race it across the timeline to beat the 10 count. Andrews to Tidwell on the left side. Tidwell has 4 black jerseys around him. Does not matter, but they're going to call a charge.
I would love to see a replay.
Yeah.
Questionable. I know the Loretto fans aren't happy right now for sure. Summertown will take it, though.
Yeah, that's going to be Tidwell's second, and that's something we mentioned earlier. Both of his fouls are charges.
Yep.
Now here's Sawyer Sherman with it.
Holt is checked in.
Holt back in the game. Now Leighton Sherman going for another 3. That one no good. Andrews on the rebound. Andrews gets it to Tidwell. Tidwell sees a relatively clean paint. Kicks to Springer. He tries the 3. That one a bit long. Rebound out to Leighton Sherman. And now Summertown gets it up to Mabry. Now Holt with it. Gets it to Sherman. Sherman drives baseline, and we got a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Cason Springer.
Yeah, I think Springer kind of grabbed him there on that baseline. Probably not a bad foul. There was really no help there on that backside.
It looked like he had gotten beat, didn't have any help there. So
yeah, there's worse fouls that could have been committed if you're Loretto.
Burleson and Aaron back into the game. Andrews and Springer take a seat. That's Holt with it. Gets it to Mabry. Mabry right side. That's Sawyer Sherman. Sherman back to Holt. Now Ryder Blackwood. Blackwood back to Mabry. Mabry trying to penetrate, spins, another floater, no good, but they're going to get Wilkerson with his third. That's going to be 2 more free throws for Mabry.
I noticed on that possession, too, Leighton Sherman was basically being face guarded. He's a big cog in Summertown's wheel offensively. I think Loretto's trying to take him out. Not a bad plan. Seeing if someone else from Summertown can hurt you.
Mabry gets the first. Yeah, he's quickly shot up to being the Eagles' second leading scorer.
He has 6 points on the night. Showing a lot more aggression here in this third quarter.
Second free throw for Mabry. Good. He's 3 for 4 from the line. 7 points all in the third quarter. He has all 7 for Summertown. Aaron inside, kicks to Burleson. Burleson down low, Fisher. Fisher trying to work it back out up top and gets it to Wilkerson. 2.5 to go in the third. Tidwell. Back to Wilkerson. Now on the right side, Aaron. Aaron penetrates, kicks. Tidwell. Tidwell thought about the 3, now driving. A lot of contact there, no whistle. And Aaron will try to clear back out up front. And now gets it to Fisher wide open, and he is fouled by Leighton Sherman. And the Eagles guard has picked up his third. That's going to send Fisher to the line to shoot 2.
That's a great look on the baseline, too. There's nobody there.
Yeah, incredible pass and a good job by Fisher to kind of find the soft spot in that defense and just sit there. First free throw is good. Grant Fisher's first points of the game, and now all 5 of the Mustang starters have scored. Second free throw for Fisher. No good. Rebound. Loose ball, and Fisher gets his own rebound. Took it right away from Leighton Sherman, and we're going to have a whistle and a travel called on Wilkerson.
You got to love the aggression from Loretto getting that offensive board. They're really hammering the boards hard right now. That's helping them get this 2-point advantage.
And they make it so difficult the way they tip rebounds out.
They do, and they're so tall and long. They do a great job at it.
Blackwood gets it to Mabry on the left side. Mabry drives, kicks to Sherman. Leighton Sherman being, like you mentioned, Adam, almost completely face guarded.
Yeah, you can see, I believe that's Fisher over there on him, and he's not even really paying attention to where the ball's at this point.
That's going to be the 15th foul on the Mustangs as Andrews picks up his first. That's going to send Sawyer Sherman to the line to shoot 2, and definitely not what the Mustangs want to do. Let Summertown close this gap with the clock stopped as he hits the first.
Well, and Leighton with a big night tonight, but Sawyer, like I said, was the primary weapon last night. There's other weapons you're going to have to deal with if you're Loretto.
Second free throw, no good. Still a 1-point lead for the Mustangs. Wilkerson with it. Being met by 2 Eagles at midcourt. Now Summertown's dropped back in that 3-2 zone. Seeing if they can cause some problems for the Mustangs. Tidwell gets inside, kicks Wilkerson, extra feed. Andrews left wide open. Andrews penetrates. Leaves it for Burleson up front for 3. No good. Rebound. Fisher again on the interior. And we are going to have a whistle and a travel. And we're going the other way, Summertown basketball, as Leighton Sherman back in for Knox Springer.
The offensive boards under the basket right now on these rebounds is not for the faint of heart for anybody. There's a ton of contact from both teams down there.
I'd say the bruises and scratches these kids are going to go home with.
There's a lot going on in that paint when a shot goes up.
Mabry right side driving. Now back out up front to Sawyer Sherman. Approaching the final 60 seconds of the quarter. Sherman, left side, stops, floater, good! Extremely tough shot.
Yeah.
Falls for Sawyer Sherman.
Not many can make that shot right there consistently.
22 of the 31 for the Eagles have come from the Sherman twins. And Summertown, their first lead since early in the quarter. Wilkerson gets a lane, floater, gets back to his spot and gives the Loretto Mustangs the lead back 32-31. Here comes Blackwood. Wilkerson guarding him under 30 seconds. Sawyer Sherman gets it to a cutting Howell. Howell out up front to Mabry at 20 seconds. And Tidwell, 15 feet between him and Mabry.
Yeah, until Mabry can show that he can hurt you from out there, they've allowed him to take that shot most of the year.
Mabry starts his drive at 5, gets inside. Mabry spins, blocked, and the tip in no good. 2 seconds to go. Wilkerson's going to try to throw it the full distance of the court, and no good. After 3 quarters, it is Loretto 32, Summertown 31. We'll have a district champion at the next quarter. That will start next on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
What really matters during the ball game, we realize when it comes to sports that seasons begin and seasons end. There's an ever-changing to a new season. In Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1, there is appointed a time for everything. There's a time for every event under heaven. Life has its seasons. But one thing that does not change is Jesus Christ. The Bible says He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Put your trust, confidence, and obedience in Him. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
And welcome back to Cascade High School. Fourth quarter about to get started here in the District 9 AA Boys District Championship game. And quick shout out to the cheerleaders for all these schools that have come out here Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. It's somebody that's made the trip 3 days. It's not easy.
No, it isn't.
So the Mustangs will start the fourth quarter with the lead and the basketball. And almost gave away that basketball. Blackwood tipped that one away. Mustangs outscored Summertown 11-10 here in that third quarter. Wilkerson gets it to Tidwell. And Wilkerson 17 points on the night, spins, looking for 2 more, can't get it, but goes up for the rebound, and we got a jump ball, but possession arrow Summertown. So again, Loretto attacking the offensive glass, but Summertown with somebody there to meet him. That's Blackwood with it. Now to Sherman. Up top, Mabry. Blackwood drives, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. Wilkerson picks up his 4th. And that was a big whistle right there for both sides.
I'll be honest.
Actually, they say that is just his 3rd.
I was going to say, that snuck up on me a little bit. That would be big if that was his 4th.
Out front, Blackwood. Now Leighton Sherman dancing around, kicks to Mabry. Now Sawyer Sherman trying to drive, kicks it back to Mabry. Blackwood kicks to Mabry now. Extra feed, Sherman open for 3, no good. Rebound though, Summertown, but we're going the other way as it was either Howe or Blackwood there. Got a push, and they're going to say Howe.
Yeah, I believe they got Howe coming over the back.
That'll be Howe's second, team first. And the Mustangs catch a break there as we head back the other way, under 7 minutes to go. Wilkerson with it, back to Tidwell. Only 9 points so far for Mason Tidwell. Had 28 in his last game against Summertown.
Well, and the one good thing, Wilkerson is definitely making up for it, and he's about to do it again.
And Tidwell gets the offensive rebound, no good. Second try, no good. Offensive rebound, though, Wilkerson, and we've got another jump ball. It'll be Loretto basketball underneath their own basket. Had 3 attempts right there, couldn't convert, but were able to force another jump ball and keep possession on their end of the court. Andrews. Trying to analyze this Summertown zone. Gets it to Wilkerson up top. Mustangs have the Eagles trying to spread the Eagles defense out. Tidwell up top, driving. Had it poked out from behind, and Sherman forces the steal. Now Leighton Sherman to Howe. Howe gets it to Sherman. Sherman up top, Mabry. Mabry drives right side, spins, trying to go to work on Tidwell, and Tidwell, a little overzealous there, picks up his 3rd.
That was the right call. It would have been a lot easier call to make if Mabry would have went up with it, because he did bump him, but.
Well, and Mabry had gone up with it off that spin a couple of times. Sherman corner 3, good! Summertown back up by 2, and Leighton Sherman's first points of the second half. He's up to 18. Him and his brother, 25 combined. Aaron with it. Lost it. Taken away by Summertown. Blackwood forced the steal. Hal picked it up. The Eagles trying to ride the momentum. Mabry inside. Stops. Kicks to Hal. Hal. Oh, he may have had Sherman cutting back door there. Now Blackwood. Back to Mabry up top, approaching the 5-minute mark in this one.
Tittle will kind of start to come out a little bit now on Mabry.
And now Aaron switched on to Mabry. And guarding him out front. Getting close to a 5 count. Mabry able to get that away. Nice feed down low. Hal gets it to go. Graham Hal, his first point since the first half. Summertown's leads 4. Wilkerson gets it to Aaron. Cross-court pass taken away by Sherman. And the Summertown defense.
A little uncharacteristic of Loretto. The first few games, they've really been great in the fourth, protecting the ball and minimizing turnovers. But Summertown's caused a few early in the fourth.
And that was something that cost the Mustangs a handful of games early in the season was fourth quarter breakdowns, trying to avoid another one here. Mabry gets it to Blackwood. Now to Sherman in the post. Sherman has a couple of bodies there. Now gets it to his brother Sawyer. And we've got a carry. Sawyer Sherman carried on that spin move. And the Mustangs will take back over at 4 minutes to go.
That offensive possession for Summertown, it looked out of whack from the get-go. Just not a lot of movement, stagnant, and that's kind of what happens when it goes that way. We're going to have a timeout.
Timeout, Loretto. 4:05 to go. Summertown 36, Loretto 32. When we return on the Exports Network.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we're back here at Cascade High School, District 9 AA Boys District Championship game. Michael Marks, Adam Lindsay. Mustangs out of the timeout, trailing by 4. Andrews gets it to Springer in the corner. The Summertown crowd to their feet, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Sawyer Sherman. That'll be his second. I'll tell you, Leighton Sherman's done a great job in this second half, not picking up any fouls yet.
Yeah, he has.
Only 3, and those were the 3 he picked up in the first half. Burleson had it tipped away from Mabry.
Summertown's just active right now. We were talking about that during the break. Just a lot of deflections, causing some chaos now with Loretto offensively.
Burleson gets it up top to Springer. Now Springer back to Burleson. Gets it to Andrews up top, and the Summertown crowd again making some noise. Andrews penetrates, goes up strong with the right, no good, gets his own rebound. And Andrews gets it cleared out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson for 3, good! 20 points for Wilkerson. Timeout Loretto with 3:17 to go. We'll take that break with the Mustangs here on the Exports Network.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
is the X Sports Network.
Let's get on the floor.
And we are back here in the fourth quarter. Out of the Mustangs timeout, Colin Wilkerson hits the three to cut this to a 1-point ball game. Wilkerson up to 20.
They've come out in full court
Summertown's
press.
going to have to call a timeout.
Yeah, Loretto came out of that timeout, went right straight into full court pressure, and Summertown looked like they were ready.
So the Eagles will take a break now, and we'll be back in a minute on the X Sports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
And we are back here, Summertown. Second attempt trying to get it back in, following the Mustangs 3, and they do get it into Leighton Sherman. Sherman behind the back, guarded by Andrews. Mustangs have gone full court man-to-man, and Andrews pokes the ball away. Sherman able to get it back. Now gets it to his brother, Sawyer Sherman. Leighton Sherman working on Tidwell. Nice crossover, spins inside. And I think they're going to get Andrews with the foul.
Yeah, it might be called on Tidwell, maybe. I don't think. He had his hands up. It looked like Andrews might have reached in.
And that's what they are going to call Andrews with the reach in, but I'll say it was a shooting foul. And Sherman hits the first.
Sherman with 19 on the night.
Yeah, and it's crazy to have a game this low scoring, and each team has a 20-point score right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Him and Wilkerson both with 20.
Incredible night for the two seniors, and Wilkerson lost it momentarily. Loretto will retain possession, but Blackwood and Sherman charged on Wilkerson, and he almost lost it. Back to a three-point game, 38-35, Summertown with the lead. Eagles in a 3-2 zone. Fisher gets to Wilkerson, corner three for the tie. No good, offensive rebound, Cooper Burleson. Burleson trying to go back up with it, and he got it to go! What a shot by the freshman Burleson. He's got threes, cut it back to one. Blackwood working on Wilkerson. Gets downhill, back out. Mabry getting inside, kicks, back out to Howe.
Sherman getting face guarded in the corner.
Yeah, just told Hal to go the other way. I'll try to get open somewhere else.
Don't waste your time over here.
I'll try to get open elsewhere. Down low. Sawyer Sherman going to work on Andrews. Shot up, a lot of contact, no whistle. Rebound comes down to Andrews. Under 2 minutes to go. Mustangs a chance to take the lead on this possession here.
If you're Loretto, you've got to look to be going to Tidwell or even Wilkerson here. Such a big spot.
And both of them are such good paint scorers that really it could be either one. Tidwell now, and he is going to be fouled by Blackwood, and that may have saved Summertown there because Wilkerson was cutting in back door. It would have been wide open.
That's not a bad foul, like you said, my friend. That's not.
I think that's going to be Ryder's second. And Coach Tips wants another timeout with 92 seconds to go. We'll take that break and be back in a minute on the X Sports Network.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
And welcome back to Cascade High School for this District 9 AA District Championship game between the Loretto Mustangs and the Summertown Eagles. Again, both teams already in this championship game, so are going to be hosting the first round of region. But now pretty much for a gold versus a silver plaque.
Yeah.
and of course, for these two in-county teams, just even more bragging rights. Burleson had the big 2 points moments ago. Now Wilkerson going to work. Kicks to Fisher. Fisher left open, trying to get it back to Wilkerson and has to get it to Burleson. Burleson going to work. Being guarded by Leighton Sherman. Burleson in trouble. Coach Tips trying to call a timeout for Loretto. Wasn't able to get it off. And now we approach the 60-second mark. Tidwell up top, guarded by Sawyer Sherman. The clock continues to tick.
You wonder is this a situation where they're going to try to win this thing or not? They're going, though.
Tidwell inside. Burleson. Back down low to Tidwell. Tidwell shot up. No good. Rebound Blackwood. Summertown with it and the lead with 34 seconds. Tidwell. That's Blackwood gets by Wilkerson. Now the Mustangs probably in a moment where they have to foul. With 26 seconds. Mustangs, I don't know if they hear the coach telling them to foul, and they do, as Fisher will foul with 20 seconds to go.
They still have to have one more foul to get Summertown into the bonus, so this will just be an inbound situation.
Aaron back into the game for Burleson.
If you don't get a steal here, if you're Loretto, you kind of might want to target who you'd like to foul for Summertown as far as free throw percentage.
So this is a full timeout, so we will take that break and be back in a minute on the Exports Network.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
And we're back out of the timeout. Summertown basketball, 20.4 to go. The Mustangs going to have to, if they don't get a steal on the inbound foul, and send someone to the line for Summertown. Blackwood gets it in the backcourt. Now back to Blackwood. And Blackwood is going to be fouled there by Wilkerson, and that will be Wilkerson's fourth. And that's going to send Ryder Blackwood to the line for two.
Summertown was in a similar situation last night where you had two shots with a 1-point lead. If you're Summertown, you need these both to where a three-pointer cannot beat you, if possible.
Blackwood only 1 point on the night, and he doubles it right there.
This is the big one.
This will make it where a three can only tie it. And he hits it. Ryder Blackwood 2 points, and they couldn't be huger. I'm making up words now.
I think huge is a word, right? Or is it?
We'll go with it.
Most huge? I think you're right.
More big, whatever. We'll go to the break with 16.2. We'll be back on the Exports Network.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Have you ever seen those halftime scholarships where you have to nail a 40-yard field goal? Yeah, this isn't that. I just had to open a Bank Independent account and follow a few simple steps. That's it. A 20% scholarship to UNA. Bank Independent. We're invested in your future.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we're back here at Cascade. 16.2 to go. Summertown 40, Loretto 37. Now Cooper Burleson on the court, the man that hit the shot at the buzzer to beat Summertown at Loretto just a few weeks ago. Now Wilkerson with it. Wilkerson to Andrews. Andrews gets it to Tidwell. Tidwell, Wilkerson, back to Tidwell at 6 seconds. Tidwell, step back, contested three. He got it! Mason Tidwell has tied it up, and 4 quarters was not enough for this one. We got overtime in the district championship game. Mason Tidwell, hero once again. Final regulation stats we'll go over real quick for the Mustangs. Kyler Wilkerson with 20, Mason Tidwell with 12, Cam Andrews and Jaden Aaron each with 2, Cooper Burleson with 3, and Grant Fisher with 1. For the Eagles, Leighton Sherman with 20, Andrew Mabry and Sawyer Sherman each with 7, Graham Howell with 4, Ryder Blackwood with 2. And we are tied up at 40, and overtime will be next on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southernCraftMFG.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
It's free basketball.
Yeah, free basketball here at Cascade High School. The Loretto fans stand and cheer as Tidwell, a step-back contested 25-foot three-pointer with about 2 seconds to go to tie this one up. And we're right back where we started. 2 quarters. We were tied at halftime. We're tied after 4 quarters.
Only a 1-point differential at the end of the third, I believe, with Loretto up 1.
So which team will get the edge, we'll find out maybe in this first overtime as Summertown controls the tip. Mabry with it. Had an excellent third quarter, scored 7 points for Summertown. May have ended up being all 7 in the quarter. And Sawyer Sherman is going to be fouled.
I was curious if they might have called a travel. I think the Loretto fans, you can see a lot of them are making that motion. I think they wanted it. Could have very well been.
Now, the interesting thing about overtime is the bonus doesn't reset.
That's correct.
So Summertown 2 free throws the rest of the way as Sherman hits the first. Eagles only with 3 fouls in that 4th quarter, so there will be a couple of more fouls before the Mustangs are at the line as Sherman hits both. 9 points for Sawyer Sherman. And man, you could probably pick 4 different district MVPs out of this game.
Oh, no doubt, man. You've had some big performances tonight from both teams.
Andrews gets it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Fisher. Fisher back out to Wilkerson. Eagles defense causing problems. Down low, Tidwell wide open, and he's going to kiss that one off the glass. 14 for Tidwell. We're tied up at 42. Blackwood across the timeline, 3 minutes. This gym has gotten thunderous. Blackwood out front. Gets it to Howell. Howell, back cut, Sherman, blocked by Tidwell. And rebound comes down to the Mustangs. It was Grant Fisher. There was about 3 different people that had a hand on it at one point or another. And Mustangs basketball. Looking for their first lead since the 3rd quarter. Tidwell, that's too easy. Tidwell has scored the last 7 for the Mustangs. He's got 16 points. Back cut, Sherman, hop step, kicks. Blackwood for 3. You betcha. Ryder Blackwood for 3. Timeout, Eagles. Our score, Summertown 45, Loretto 44, 2:18 to go in overtime here on the X Sports Network.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
And welcome back to Cascade High School. Overtime here in the District 9 AA District Championship game on the boys' side. Now these teams will host a East Hickman or Riverside. That game being played at some point, I believe, today. Now Fisher with it. Gets it to Aaron. Aaron back to Andrews. And Tidwell almost being double teamed.
Summertown's went into a man-to-man, I think, for maybe the first time tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it. Trying to keep a couple of bodies there on Tidwell. Both Shermans within a couple of feet of them. Now Wilkerson gets inside to Aaron. Aaron on the left side gets it back to Wilkerson. In the corner, Fisher. Fisher trying to get it to Tidwell, and we're going to stay down here. We got a kicked ball.
I didn't see the kick ball, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. It was kind of down on the baseline away from us.
I would say that was one of those passes that was going to be a tough one anyway. Tidwell to inbound, looking in trouble, gets it out to Andrews, and Andrews is fouled by Blackwood. That's going to be 3 on Blackwood.
Well, Blackwood doesn't think so. There was some contact over there, I believe, and it's
one of those where
spot.
If you blow the whistle and say it's out, Summertown ball, the Loretto fans are going to be mad, and if you call a foul on Summertown,
somebody's not going to be happy.
Yeah. Aaron with it in the corner. We close in on 90 seconds. And double teaming Tidwell, not letting him get the ball whatsoever.
And Mabry pretty much in straight denial on Wilkerson. They're going to try to make somebody have to score here besides those two guys.
And Andrews cutting to the basket, no good. Tidwell fighting for the offensive rebound and coming out of there with a towel. Summertown again with a 1-point lead in the ball in the late goings of this one. Aaron will pick up the foul on Blackwood and send Case and Blackwood to the line to shoot 2.
And if you're Loretto, it's a 1-point game here. You're in great shape. They're still way over a minute.
I think this was one of those where they just wanted the ball in their hands at the end.
I agree. And you know unless you get a forced turnover, you're going to have to foul anyway. Go ahead and do it.
Blackwood hits the first. Free throws win you games, and Ryder Blackwood has hit 3 straight for the Eagles as Cooper Burleson back in to the game as Grant Fisher takes a seat. Second free throw for Blackwood. Got them both. He's got 7 points now. Andrews gets it to Aaron. Now the Mustangs trailing by 3, and they can't get Fisher or Wilkerson the ball. Tidwell step back 3, no good. Rebound Summertown. Blackwood rips down the rebound and is fouled there by Aaron. That'll be his 3rd, and Blackwood going back to the line looking for free throws 5 and 6 on the night. And has a chance to extend this to a 2-possession game.
Man, it's reached, if you're a Summertown fan, I feel like it's reached the point if you see Tidwell shoot, you have a feeling it's going in. Fortunate at that time. That was a tough shot.
Yeah. Blackwood good. Summertown now the lead out to 4. Can add to it right here. And no good. Stays at a 4-point game. Mustangs racing up the court. 48 seconds. Andrews picks up his dribble, gets it to Wilkerson. Back to Andrews.
He traveled.
And he traveled.
My goodness.
Fumbled on the handoff there, and Andrews took a couple extra steps, and everything going the way of the Eagles right now.
He was looking to get to the basket.
Yep.
You know what he was doing. It just kind of, like you said, he kind of fumbled the ball and took those steps a little bit too quickly.
Wilkerson and Burleson out. As the Mustangs look to go defensive here. On the inbound. Clayton Sherman has it, and he is fouled. Guess they'll attack that one on Tidwell. Looked like that Mabry was the one that made the most contact with Sherman there.
Yeah, I actually think it was Tidwell, probably the foul on Mabry. I think Mabry just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Tidwell's trying to go after the basketball. Not a bad foul there. No time off the clock virtually at all, so not bad.
First free throw is good. And the Eagles doing something that they had a hard time with in the regular season. That was closing out games against Loretto.
They have, and that was the concern coming in tonight. You know, when it is that tight game in the fourth, can they close it?
No good. Sherman as he splits. Now a 5-point game. Tidwell steps into a three. Good. Tidwell with 19. Timeout Mustangs back to a 2-point game. 33.5 to go here on the X-Sports Network.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
We're back. Summertown basketball with a 2-point lead. Eagles looking to get it in, and they do. Get it to Blackwood at 30 seconds. Andrews, I think, trying to foul, but not able to yet. And they will foul there with 26.4 and send Ryder Blackwood to the line. The Mustangs only have 4 players. There's only 4 white jerseys on the floor. The Mustangs just played right there with 4 guys on the floor. How does that happen?
That's something. I did not notice that.
I look at Tidwell, look at the bench and throw up 4 fingers.
That's correct. After Blackwood was, I thought maybe he meant that's 4 fouls. Yeah. But not. They're saying there's 4 players. That's insane.
Wow. Blackwood hits the first, makes it a 3-point game, and now the ever so important free throw to turn it to a 2-possession game. Blackwood looking to get into double figures. He does. Big free throw for Ryder Blackwood. The junior makes it a 2-possession game. Tidwell gets to his spot, gets it to Wilkerson. Back to Tidwell. Tidwell being hounded. Step back. Gets it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson at 15. He has to step back. Great defense by the Eagles. Tidwell inside. Floater. No good. Rebound Tidwell. And he is fouled with 7.6 to go. But a lot of time off that clock. And
it was, and Tidwell finally realized, you still have time. I've got to score, and it's okay to get 2 here. You're still in a situation. Tidwell needs these 2 free throws for sure, but you're still in a situation to get the foul. Worst case is, if you can hit both, you're going to have the ball with around 5 seconds left, and you have a chance to tie this thing.
Tidwell misses the first, and that's been the Mustangs' problem this year is free throws.
Well, and he struggled. He's such a great player. Yeah. He struggled a little bit at the line at Loretto, if you remember, missed a few.
Yes.
But of course, it also helped. There was multiple times he missed his free throw and got his own board. I mean, but yeah, he's had some issues.
7.6 to go. He hits it.
Nice shot.
Now the Mustangs 2 players with 20 points each. And that's going to be a timeout. Summertown with 7.6 to go. Our score, Summertown 51, Loretto 48. We'll be back in a minute on the X Sports Network.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
This is the X Sports Network.
And we are back here at Cascade High School. Coming down to the final seconds and overtime. Summertown a 3-point lead with the ball.
If you're Summertown, you've got to get it in. If you're Loretto, get the foul quickly if you don't get a turnover.
Summertown going out up ahead. Andrew Mabry is able to get it. And he's staying away from all the Mustang players, and we've got a whistle with 3.4 to go. Andrew Mabry going to the line to shoot 2 to try to ice this one for the Eagles. That is the 5th foul on Grant Fisher as he's done for the night.
If you're Mabry, I hate to say this again, you need both. You do not want Loretto to have another opportunity because they're such a tough team. If you give them a look, they could tie this thing again.
Mabry's first free throw. No good. Makes this second one so much more crucial. If he hits it, it's a 2-possession game. Essentially, the game would be over. If he misses it, the Mustangs will have 3.4 to get something done. And Mabry hits the free throw. Here comes the Mustangs. 3 seconds to go. Tidwell, half-court heave. No good. And Summertown wins the district championship. Final score, Summertown 52, Loretto 48 in overtime. And congratulations to the Eagles as they secure the district championship. The Mustangs will fall and be the number 2 team in the district. Now those matchups will be against Riverside and East Hickman. Don't know the results of that one yet, but one of these teams will host Riverside at some point next week, late next week, and then one of these teams will host East Hickman. Final stats. First for the victorious Eagles with 21 points, Leighton Sherman. With 10 points, Ryder Blackwood. 9 points from Sawyer Sherman. 7 from Andrew Mabry. And 4 from Graham Howell. All of Summertown's points come from the starting lineup for the Mustangs. 20 points for Colin Wilkerson. 20 points for Mason Tidwell. And then 3 points for Cooper Burleson. 2 for Cam Andrews. 1 for Grant Fisher. And 2 for Jaden Aaron. So we will keep it here for the trophy presentation. And Adam, what a game.
You couldn't ask for any more. These two teams, they're so evenly matched, to be honest. Loretto, they're just so tough physically. These are 2 very well-coached teams. We were talking off air. Mm-hmm. These teams know each other so well. These coaches have game plans. They're both very intelligent. These low-scoring games, man, it just turns into, it's like a war of attrition. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just, who's going to come up with that big shot? Summertown, I do believe, in that late third, early fourth, caused some turnovers.
Yes.
You didn't really see Loretto do so much during the regular season against Summertown, and you got to give Blackwood credit. Some big free throws down the stretch.
Well, we talked about in the second half, the big thing was who was that third guy going to be?
Yeah.
Loretto's third leading scorer, Cooper Burleson, with 3 points. Yep. Summertown's, if you look elsewhere other than Leighton Sherman, Ryder Blackwood with 10, Sawyer Sherman with 9, Andrew Mabry with 7. A ton of help all the way around.
Well, and you look at Tid, like we said, Colin Wilkerson and Tidwell, they're amazing players, talented, but they have 40 tonight combined. Yes. I believe I've got them with 20 apiece, if that's accurate. So
going over some of the girls all-district tournament team, Ella Busby from Summertown. And joining her, Allie Augustine of the Lady Mustangs. And boy, was she important in that game for Loretto and the game prior.
Yeah.
From my point of view, I was sitting here keeping stats on the game. It just felt like there in the late third quarter, early fourth quarter, that she just realized that she's one of the best players on the court. She's got to take over, and Loretto goes as she goes.
Well, and her size, and she's a tough matchup for a lot of teams, and then Summertown as well. And she does a lot of good things on the court.
And it was Anna Haskins from Cascade and Sophie Weathers from the Mustangs.
From Forest, Bailey Stallman. From Community, Alyssa White.
Alyssa White from Community had 8 points in that district semifinal against the Mustangs on Lady Mustangs on Thursday night, but was huge in their win over Cascade today in the consolation game. And it's so funny the way the girls' side worked out. The number 1 seed got 4th.
Yeah.
So it's crazy on that girls' side for Cascade. They have to travel to Hickman County. That's two really good teams.
Yeah, correct.
And one of them's going to have to go home. Test along from Summertown.
From Loretto, Alexa Crosby.
Alexa Crosby from the Lady Mustangs. Joins teammates Sophie Weathers and Allie Augustine.
From Summertown, Gabby Long.
Gabby Long from the Lady Eagles. And if you want to see how physical that girls' side was, you can see Long in the sling following the game.
District 9 2A Freshman of the Year for the girls from Loretto, Alexa Crosby.
And Alexa Crosby wins the District 9 AA Girls Side Freshman of the Year.
Is that something new?
I think that may be a new award. I like it though because
definitely. College softball. They have that in a lot of other sports. I've just never seen it called here. Awarded here to the district.
And Kagan Young from Cascade, the district MVP. I believe I was told in that last game against Community became the school's all-time leading scorer. Was the all-time leading girls scorer, but now high score girls, boys in between. I mean, and she's had an outstanding career, and we'll get to see a lot of her next year at UT Southern. So
that's where she's going.
Yes.
That's great. That's good to know. Well, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't she in consideration for Miss Basketball?
Yes, and she is a 2A Miss Basketball finalist.
Yep. I've been trying to keep up. That UT girls basketball program is making some headwind. I mean, they've really improved over the last few years. She'll definitely help them.
From Cascade, Kagan Young and Caroline Parker.
Caroline Parker and Kagan Young on the all-tournament team. Along with from Forest, Bailey Stallnecker. Alyssa White and Savannah Pearson on the all-tournament team for the Lady Vikings from Community.
From Summertown, Ella Busby, Lena Brown, and Ellie Lou Mason.
So for the Lady Eagles, Lena Brown, Ellie Lou Mason, and Ella Busby on the all-tournament team. Again, came in as the 4 seed and had to take down number 1 seed Cascade in that opening round and get rewarded by hosting a first-round region game. They will be taking on East Hickman.
District 9 2A Tournament MVP, Allie Augustine.
Allie Augustine, your district MVP. Joining her on the all-tournament team from the Lady Mustangs, Sophie Weathers, Jessie Chance, and Kinley Stutz.
I'll say one thing, too. You could take those young ladies right there, and you could have one heck of a basketball team.
I was just thinking an all-star team of that crew is incredible.
That would be fun to watch.
Because we watch Summertown and Loretto. We know how talented they are, but Alyssa White, a really talented scorer. Kagan Young, a 2A Miss Basketball finalist. There is a ton of talent in this district.
I was talking with someone today. Summertown softball program has been so successful over the years. We were talking about that softball now this year. I mean, you got Summertown, Forest, Loretto, Community,
and Cascade
in the same district.
Murderers Row.
There's going to be some teams in that district that aren't even going to get out of the district, and they could very well vie for a state tournament, and they'll never see a state tournament.
Yeah, I mentioned it on the girls' side. Just in this district, Forest.
Yeah,
they had a regular season record of 15, and they finished 15-12. You take out their district games, that's 15-4.
Yeah,
they played 19 games, lost 4 of them.
100%.
And we look at that as a 5th place team in this district. That is insane.
Yeah, it's great for the district because you've got great teams. You get to see play every night, very talented. But there's going to be some really good basketball teams
that get left out.
That are going to get left out, and that argument's been made You know, for many years, it's been constantly argued to the good and bad of it. But
so here's the Summertown Lady Eagles, District 9A runner-up. Say definitely nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, a very impressive win Thursday night against Cascade, and then fought to the final buzzer against the Lady Mustangs today. It was just tough getting the shots to fall in the second half. Only 4 made shots for the Lady Eagles in the second half, and the Lady Mustangs nearly doubled them on half as many shots.
Well, and you just got to give Loretta's defense credit. You know, and you can argue with them. It weren't like they were just offensive juggernauts tonight.
No.
But they do. They're so well coached, and they do what they need to win. Bottom line is, whether you win by 20 or win by 1,
at this point, it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Win's a win, and they're such a well-disciplined coached team. They're just tough to beat.
And here comes the Lady Mustangs, the District 9 AA champs on the girls' side. And senior Jesse Chance there with the little lift of the plaque. And, the Lady Mustangs on Coach T have one of the top 2 or 3 toughest schedules on the girls' side in 2A. And when your district's this tough, it's and you play tough games out of your district, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, 100%. And look, at the end of the day, you see a ton of teams in the state tournament. You look at a lot of their records. I've seen teams in the state tournament 18 and 15.
Yeah.
You think, look, you also don't understand who are they playing. Are they in those Christmas tournaments against 4 and 5A teams?
Yeah.
Are they looking to improve and get better? Yeah, they might take some losses, but they're working to get better.
I would say last year, I believe it was Westview's girls.
Yep.
Loretto played them in the state semifinal and the Final Four, and they didn't lose a game to a team in the state of Tennessee. Their 2 losses or 3 losses, whatever they had last year, were to giant high schools that they played from, like California and Arizona in those tournaments. Alan Wilkerson for the Mustangs joining Charlie Haskins and Leighton Sherman. And Leighton Sherman's brother Sawyer joining him out there as well. Again, Sawyer was the leading scorer last night for the Eagles and was very, very key tonight.
And Kelso for Cascade, man.
Talented
he is
guard.
Super talented. He's a 5'2" kid, man.
Yeah.
He can do it all. He's tall, lanky, athletic.
I'd say, and Ryder Blackwood. Kelso didn't have as great of a game today as Cascade fell to Community in the boys' consolation as well. Cooper McElroy had a big game shooting today for Cascade.
Oh, and I'm going to tell you, he hurt Summertown badly last night. I know he had to, at one point he had 16 and was still climbing. He can shoot the lights out of it.
Yes, and he's a huge momentum player for their team, trying to get the team fired up as they tried to make a comeback against Community. And speaking of Cascade, Henry Stone right there was one of the guys tasked with guarding Tidwell for Cascade during the regular season. Did an excellent job.
Well, and he's that defensive type, just workhorse kid.
Yes.
He just does a lot of things well.
That glue guy that really holds things together. And I'll tell you, this kid right here, Jackson Williams, had a huge game against Summertown yesterday, or against the Mustangs last night. Had 10 points in the first half. And Graham Howell. Josh Bowers from Community. Very talented player as well. Andrew Myers from Forest.
That young man, too. I'm telling you, forcing the paint. And he has one of the softest shots around the rim that you'll see.
And Rylan Anderson from Forest wins the District 9 2A Freshman of the Year. And I was just about to mention it moments ago. This Forest team is what makes them really good. They're so young. Yeah. They may not have had a great, as Mason Tidwell, the district MVP for the regular season, but what made them so dangerous is they're young. That's going to be a team that you see next year and the year after that and the year after that. A lot of freshmen and sophomores.
And the District 9 2A Coach of the Year from Loretto, Greg Tips.
And Loretto High School boys coach Greg Tips with the district coach of the year. Went 7-1 in district play.
He's a tough coach. I don't know Coach Tips at all. I don't know if I've ever really talked to him, but he does a great job of getting his teams prepared. He's a great situational coach, too. Very intelligent.
Yeah, and he always preaches defense because that's something that is going to be there every year. You might not have the shot making, and this is a Loretto team that's not scoring nearly as much as they were last year, but it's going to be nearly impossible to.
Well, and when Loretto drops into that man, I mean, you can tell it's such a disciplined defense. They play so hard. He knows how to coach it, and. Summertown goes from scoring, they're averaging, like you said, 70-plus points a game. And, you play Loretto, and then next thing you know, you're in 45 to 40 dog fights. They're tough.
So McElroy and Kelso from Cascade. Jackson Williams and Charlie Haskins from Community. And honestly, it kind of, I guess the district tournament MVP will go to the winning team, but Haskins put up nearly 30 points today.
Yes. Yeah. He's a player.
Grant Fisher on the all-tournament team along with Mason Tidwell and Colin Wilkerson.
And from Summertown, Sawyer Sherman, Ryder Blackwood, Andrew Mabry, and your tournament MVP, Leighton Sherman.
All right, so the four all-tournament team members for the Eagles, Ryder Blackwood, Sawyer Sherman, Andrew Mabry, and your district tournament MVP, Leighton Sherman. And he was huge tonight for Summertown. 15 points in the first half, finished with 21 tonight. But the rest of the team really kind of elevated in the second half. Sherman wasn't able to be the double-digit scorer in the half that he was in the first half. But you have Ryder Blackwood go for 10 in the second half. Andrew Mabry, 7 points in the third quarter. Sawyer Sherman, 9 points. Graham Howell hit some big free throws late.
Well, and I've talked to some people throughout the year. When you think of Sherman and his brother, both him and Leighton, and Sawyer and Leighton both, you think of shooting the basketball.
Yep.
You don't realize what they do getting to the rim. As much as they shoot, they're attacking the rim a ton, which enables them to get better looks.
And I was going to say that's what I felt, their development over the past 4 years. I remember them as freshmen and sophomores, just kind of guys that would right around the three-point line and get open and shoot the last 2 years, and especially this year. Their driving ability, their ball handling, passing, everything, just so impressive. And I think that's what's got Summertown to this level where they were second place in the regular season and then district champions when we make it to the tournament time.
Well, when you play really solid basketball teams, and Loretto's one of them, when Summertown plays those type of teams, you know what these teams are going to try to take away.
Yes.
And you do not want the Sherman brothers to beat you from beyond the arc. So you're going to have those opportunities to drive. And I'll tell you, Michael Jordan made a statement, I'm going to take what they give me. If it's good enough for the greatest of all time to say it, it's probably good advice for high schoolers too.
I would say so.
But yeah, their game is developed. I got a feeling, maybe I'm wrong, the story of Summertown and Loretto this year may not be over.
Oh, I wouldn't be.
I'm not going to be shocked. I mean,
I was about to say, I wouldn't be shocked if in a couple of weeks it's me and you sitting right here. Well, not in this gym, but sitting, I believe, at Hickman County, having this very same conversation in the region tournament.
Yes. I agree.
And your District 9 AA District Tournament champions, the Summertown Eagles. 22-5 record on the season heading into that region tournament.
And if you're Summertown, the win's big. However, what I see tonight that impressed me the most is that look, Tidwell hits that amazing three.
Yes.
There's a lot of teams. We were talking. You have defeat just jerk. You have the wind just jerked out from under you with a great shot. A lot of teams, that momentum is gone.
Yes.
They come out in overtime, make some big shots, hit free throws down the stretch. Great defense, and that's not something that's some things they struggle with throughout the year, especially at Loretto. I thought they had a good opportunity to try to get a win there, and they let it slip away. So the ability to finish, if they're going to try to advance deep into this thing, that's good to see if you're a Summertown fan.
All right, so there are your District 9 AA boys champions, the Summertown Eagles, your District 9 AA girls district champions, the Loretto Lady Mustangs. And that will do it for us here at Cascade High School. Michael Marks for Adam Lindsay, and our producer who has done all these games this weekend and done an incredible job, Mr. Kevin Wright. Good night from Cascade.
This is the X Sports Network.